Hi there, Rachael-Jayne here, and you're watching Awaken TV. And this week I wanted to share something that was so cool that happened in our life this week. My husband, Dada, who many of you know is my business partner, best friend in the world. We travel together doing the seminar, training, coaching company together. He resigned from one of his main roles in the company, and he resigned from Chief Happiness Officer. And why I'm sharing this in our Awaken TV episode is because I decided from being inspired by him that I was going to resign from one of my roles also. And I want to share my resignation letter with you today and to possibly inspire you to resign from one of your roles that maybe was assigned to you or that you have taken on and you haven't even realized that you've taken on so much. This is a role that just does not serve you anymore. Now, some of you might be asking, well, why did Chief Happiness Officer not serve Dada anymore? Hasn't he been that for years? And he has. He's shared that at many of our events and always with the team that he's there to support them. But why he said that it's important for him to give up that role as far as the company is involved is that he is now writing. He's just about almost finished his second book in the fiction industry and has a whole new amazing program that is downloading through him around creativity and the creative soul, and it's going to be really powerful. But if he's just focused on making everybody else happy and being there for the team and for everyone else, which he has been in huge capacity, then there's a pulling of energy over there than what he is meant to do. So we're all celebrating you, Dada Groover, this week on being resigning from Chief Happiness Officer and being your own Chief Happiness Officer and really focusing on that. And so what I realized looking at that, I'm like, is there a role that just doesn't serve me anymore? And I figured it out. I actually had a session with one of my coaches and huge ahas about this week. And I thought I would read you my resignation letter so my community really got this, that I am letting go of this role. I, Rachael-Jayne Groover, resign from one of my roles that I have taken on for many years. I call this role the towboat captain. No one officially gave it to me. I took it on myself. This role is where I use my own willpower to try to make things better for someone else. I say, I have enough power and belief for the both of us. The job I will keep is to be even more present to everyone I work with and I work for, but to support them to connect to their own willpower and their own spiritual source. Now, my husband wanted you to know that I wasn't towboating him around. I'm not towboating him around. I am taking on the spiritual researcher, and that going deeper in how we disconnect from our spiritual source. But I am resigning from the towboat captain. I'm sure you'll have no problem finding a replacement. Yours sincerely, Rachael-Jayne Groover. So what position are you ready to resign from? One that was given to you, one that you felt had to be assigned to you, or one that you have just unconsciously taken on? I had a few examples I know some of my closest and nearest and dearest friends might have. One is the role of I have to be there for someone else over myself. What role would that be called? Or I have to struggle I have to struggle and not like my job because I have to make the money, I have to pay my bills. What is the role that you want to write your own resignation letter this week? Isn't that a cool experience, just to write it out and declare it maybe to your family, to your team, to yourself, to your community on video? If you are part of one of our mastery programs or in our community somewhere, maybe you're an Art of Feminine Presence teacher and you want to share your resignation letter in one of our Facebook groups that you're in, feel free to do that. I'm here to support you and stand by you with letting go of the things, the roles that you've taken on, the roles that other people have sort of forced upon you many, many years ago, and you're ready to stand up and say, I resign. So what are you resigning from? Post a comment below. You could post your letter below if you would like. I'd love to read that this week. And take this to heart. When we have roles that are not meant for us, and they actually go against the truth of how the universe works. Like the universe works that no matter how much willpower I have, I can't give it to someone else. No matter how much I disconnect from my own spiritual source, that doesn't mean that I can connect for somebody else. That's what I mean by going against the truth of the universe. So what role have you been playing that actually goes against truth and how this world and source and who we truly are works and operates? Because if you're in a role that's going against that, it's going to leak your energy, it's going to make you sick, it's going to put you under too much pressure and strain to be fully and vibrantly alive to live your soul's role. That's the role you are meant to be in. So I hope you find this inspiring. Thank you, Dada Groover, for starting this whole thing. And I look forward to reading your resignation letter and in order to help you come into your soul's calling and role. Post a comment below. If you're seeing this on one of our Facebook feeds or YouTube, you can get even more awesome resources by going over to Rachael-Jayne.com and signing up at the top of the page for email updates. And each week we'll send you an Awaken TV episode. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next week on Awaken TV. Take care.